Well, because I'm laughing, smiling, you can tell we're going to have a great 1 hour coming up. And that's because we've got a fantastic show lined up for you. And not to mention some amazing guests in studio. But let me start off by saying, single people, today we have a good one for you as we talk about online dating. Now, I don't know if you've probably toyed with the idea of meeting someone online. And if not, the question is, would you try it? But if you are open-minded, there are a few things that you need to keep in mind as you navigate the world of dating digitally. My name is Shiko Kaitani. Welcome to Relationship Thursdays as I sit in for Paul Mngalambuvi. Remember, our social media handles are still the same. At K24TV is how you can reach us. Our WhatsApp number there at the bottom of your screen. And if you want to call in, should you have any questions or would you like to share your experience with us, call us. We'd love to hear from you. And I'll start off by welcoming Joanne Kirera. She is a family therapist who can relate to today's discussion. She'll be telling us why in just a moment. Welcome, Joanne.
Thank you very much.
And then Dr. Pete Van Altena is back with us after such a long time. He is a counseling psychologist and dating coach. Nice to see you, Dr. Pete.
Sexologist.
And sexologist. We can't forget that.
No.
Okay, very important that you know he is also a sexologist. But that will not be the focus today of the show. But okay, so obviously we're in the digital age. Now you can see what's happening. And so as I start to engage you on this, let's rope in our audience through our question of the day. We've got this one for you, and it's very simple. Would you be daring enough to find love online? Would you be daring to find love online? At K24TV, yet again, that WhatsApp number, it's right there on your screen. Joanne, would you be daring to find love online? It's safe to say that you did.
Yeah, I did find love, but that was not the focus. I wasn't looking out for love, actually. I was just going about my business as usual.
Really?
Yes, yes. Mine is very interesting because we were in some page, and for some reason, there were people who used to, you know, come after my thread. You know, there were people comment on your comment.
Yes.
And so that used to happen. That wasn't anything abnormal. And so this particular person, I noticed, used to follow a lot and comment.
Yes.
And then much later sent a friend request, and I thought, okay, why not? I sort of have met him somewhere else in terms of this online group that we chat.
Yes.
And so he went straight to my wall and posted. I really can't remember what he posted unless I went back there. Yeah. But even as he posts on my wall, then I'm not thinking he's up to anything. For me, it's just that person who I've seen as conversations that resonate with me. So I respond. Then I think one day I saw he put a photo with children, and one of my specialization is children. Yeah. So I'm thinking work, and I'm asking him now on inbox, do you work with children? And so that's how we began our inbox conversations.
And before you know it, it led to coffee?
It didn't come that quickly. Actually, we chat, I think, for a month. Normal conversations. I never thought he was up to anything. I didn't think of him as a potential partner. It was just a good friend who we had conversations that flowed. Wow.
But now this is who we are calling the Mister.
Yes, now he's my husband.
Now he's your husband.
Yes.
Congratulations. At least there's light at the end of the tunnel. Pete, very interestingly enough, we had a conversation similar to this a couple of years ago. But in your opinion, you don't consider online dating dating?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's not dating. According to me, it's something else. I call it preselection method. Yeah. You're not dating somebody. You just go from one picture to the next. Take Tinder, for instance. You can say which age group, how far away from you, male or female. So then you have already pre-selected the pictures you will see. Yeah. And then you go from one to the other. And they're kicked out within seconds.
So that's pre-selecting.
It goes so fast till you see somebody and it makes click in your mind. I might like to know something more about this person. Right. And then you say, I like you. And you know what happens then?
What?
You get a message. Hi, 2 letters.
Yeah.
And I write back, sorry, the alphabet has 26 letters and you can even form words.
Yes. But then now, why do you feel that for those who continue interacting online are still not dating? Even if you kind of feel that we've got chemistry through a device, you still don't think that we need to use the word or the term dating?
You can use it. You can use the word dating, but for me, dating starts in real life.
Yeah.
Because then the body language is there. The chemistry and the harmony are experiences which you make. So for me, online dating is pre-selecting. Out of hundreds of thousands of people, you select about 4 or 5 who you would like to talk to, and out of those, you select somebody you would like to see. Dating starts then in real life.
Yeah. But Joanne, if you think about it, it seems like we have no choice now but to actually give online platforms a chance. Because, I mean, even look at where we are right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic. You can't go out. You can't go clubbing. You can't do this. Where are you going to find love for someone who's seriously searching?
I agree with you. I believe online has real people like real life has. They're actually the same people, really, more or less the same. So when you're chatting with someone online or you meet someone online, it is just the same way as real life. It's the way we meet in a bank, we meet, you know, in the market, we meet anywhere. Yeah. So once you meet, it doesn't become something because you have met. So on that one, I agree with Pete. Yeah. That it doesn't start there. Dating doesn't start because you met and you seem to have a conversation that is flowing. Yeah. It may continue, but that keeps you ticking the boxes that this is someone we can have a conversation, we can go on and on, we can, you know, sustain a conversation. It ticks those ones, but it doesn't completely assure you that this is a person that you want to, you know, settle with or have a long-lasting relationship. Yeah. Just at online level, no. No. A physical meeting has to happen so that you can be able to determine that for real.
All right, there are people, Pete, you're Dutch, I'm Kenyan, you're in, you know, in your home country, and I'm here. And so we continue this for about 5-6 months. We get to a point whereby you see people going beyond the normal just texting and sending emojis. What do people do now? You know, they get a little bit, what's the word, sexual with the individual over a device, you know, sending explicit pictures, videos. Now we've got into a different space altogether. What do you think of that? Big mistake, big no-no? Because now I have a boyfriend in Europe.
If you have a boyfriend in Europe, then I would advise you to talk to him and say, please come over to Kenya and let's meet here. Yeah. Because the big shock is pre-programmed then. Yeah. Coming from Europe and then living in Kenya, I did that in 2005. Yeah. Around that time, about 40% of people were online dating. Now, 10 years later, it's already 60%. So it's really growing in numbers. But I would advise you that to invite that man to come to Kenya and to come and stay here for at least 3 or 6 months, not just 14 days. That's holiday. That's how you get to know each other.
Right. But how do you manage to know someone in a very compressed amount of time? You're only here for a visit. Do you think such relationships have the potential to last?
Based on online dating and the statistics I know, the real chance of meeting your life partner is 0.0001%. Yeah. There are some cases where it works, and they're highly published and show that online dating works. Yeah. But for 99% of the people, it doesn't work. 40% people are only there for fun. And that's a 3-letter word. Yeah. It means the same as the other 3-letter word. Yes. Yes. 10% are there only for sex.
Right. Because it's an easy pick. It's an easy, But
and most men have only plans for next weekend, so they just look for somebody to meet quickly and then...
We'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment, but let me ask Joanne this. You know, there is that misconception that people who go online to find love are not complete, are not confident enough. There seems to be something wrong, and there's even that term used as desperate for people who go online. Do you think for someone who is really keen on finding love online is an individual who just is incapable of doing things organically? Is there something wrong? And I say this because we need to let people know that perhaps there isn't anything wrong with you if you are actually choosing online platforms as your way.
There's actually nothing wrong because online interaction, let me begin by online interaction, needs a lot of skill.
Yeah.
So someone who is looking for love online may not be necessarily desperate. I'll call them open-minded individuals.
Okay.
And this is the reason, because if people can go through training and even we offer our therapy sessions online, we wouldn't call them less than the ones in real life.
Right.
So we just need the skill to interact, or even if we call it dating, still okay, but date online, because online needs a little more skill.
Yeah.
And if you can be able to relate in real life and relate online, then you're a proper human being who's just open to experiences, either this side or this side. So when we label people desperate, it's because people are moving from the traditional method, the method of just having to meet people in real life.
Being introduced.
You know. But with all these busy schedules, when we chat online consistently like we did on the page, it's the same way like we would be in a real life group.
That's true.
And so I think this is a necessary label because people don't understand, or they're just not willing to open up to new methods of communication. So for me, online is okay anytime. Doesn't mean nothing. It's just a way of life like any other.
And so let's see, excuse me, what Kenyans are actually saying online, or at least on WhatsApp, over our discussion. We've got a text message here that says, "Good morning, K24. This is Taraji watching from Eldoret. For me, I wouldn't mind giving online dating a chance. I don't think it's harmful to explore it." Is it? Okay. We'll talk about some of the dangers in just a moment, but thanks for that. John Ochieng from Siaya says, "I'm in this group on Facebook called Thriving Marriages, and I always get encouraged with the couples in there because most of the marriages, the genesis is online. I can go for online dating because I think it's much more safer." Is it? All right, we will keep sampling those text messages, but thank you so much. Pete, this is the thing. We need to actually talk about who falls victim mostly to online dating, or predators, so to speak. And it's usually the women who tend to find it hard to navigate online. What do you think are some of the biggest mistakes that women make when they go online?
First of all, they give out too early too much information.
What do you mean by that?
Giving your personal address, your telephone number.
Saying I have kids, I have that, I have what?
Too much information in too short time. They don't take time to get to know each other and to know, do I give this personal information to this person, yes or no? And you're risking your safety. When people know where you live, something else can happen.
What else do you think that they do wrong?
Fake pictures. I just read the statistic. 20% of the pictures are fake.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah. So you're looking at somebody and he doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
And my advice is always, when you see somebody in online dating and you have already his first name and his last name, look at his Facebook page.
Right.
Perhaps there you find out he already has 50 other girls when he's talking to.
Yeah.
And you would like to be number one.
Yes. Another thing that you brought out the last time we spoke about this particular conversation is that you said that there's no authenticity even by women themselves online in a lot of cases. You actually posted that online these days, it almost looks like it's just a billboard for advertising. It's too much of the this, too much of the that, and it's not really the real person. So you're seeing too much of that. Instagram, for example.
That's exactly the word. You gave me the word I wanted to say. Instagram is something like that. There's no text. There are just pictures. It's just marketing yourself within the crowd.
Yeah.
To show out, more than
what
necessary.
God gave you, or what your mama gave you.
Yes. Showing too much.
Yeah.
And that works for us as men because we are visuals.
Yeah, okay, hold that thought because I understand we've got a caller on the line. Is he still there? Oh, we've lost Nixon. Okay, Nixon, kindly call back because I have a feeling you have a lot to say about this discussion. But okay, yes, so women make this mistake of putting too much out there and exposing too much and too little about who they truly are.
I see even pictures, ladies who show the breast and you don't even see the head. or the other curves.
Yes, it's just the curves.
Just the curves.
Right, right.
And that's already highly sexual.
Yeah. So what is the man decoding when he's seeing this type of pictures or imagery on your profile? Because it matters whether you're on Tinder, whether you're on Bumble, whether you're on Facebook, whether it's Instagram. What is a man decoding when he sees all that?
Would you like to know how men think?
Yes, please.
Okay. We think about sex 15 times per day.
That's a lie. Impossible.
No. And when you see pictures like this, it goes up to 20% and 25%.
Right.
Yes.
So
that's the message which comes to our mind. As soon as you show body details, so exclusively, so many pictures are even naked.
Right.
So where are we? What are we doing there?
Right.
The language is clear. It's we are there for fun.
Right. So you cannot blame the man.
No.
For thinking otherwise.
That's how we are made.
That's how you're made. Okay, what is the right frame of mind? I can see you're disputing that. But let me ask you, what is the right frame of mind, you know, as a therapist, Joanne, when I decide to take up online dating? Because you could get the basis wrong and your intention is all wrong when you're getting on that platform. Then you say, perhaps online dating never works for me. I'm just unlucky. True. But does it start with your intention as to why you are there in the first place?
Yes, and the perspective that you carry of life. If you're going there straight away to find a partner or a date, then that is a very flawed start.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So if you look at online as a way of interacting, meeting with new people, getting to understand who they are, what they stand for, then that becomes much more easier because you can get business networks there. You can get whatever, anything you're looking out for, you can find online. But just that you need to go with a mentality of I need to find people for different purposes.
All right. Hold that thought. We've got a caller from Kiambu. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Who am I speaking to?
I'm Pauline from Kiambu.
All right, Pauline, yes. Welcome.
Yes, I'm just wanted to try those two couples. And I asked that later question.
Okay. First of all, they're not a couple, Pauline.
Yes.
They're not a couple. They're not married, but yes. You can go ahead and ask Joanne a question. And let me ask my director to turn up my monitor, please. Go ahead, Pauline.
Yes, I wanted to ask you, what if you are dating somebody online? Which is the best way to know this person is a lady or a man? And which is the best way to date somebody online? Because I was dating for so long.
Yeah.
And every time I'm getting disappointed because you date somebody, and then at the long run you met it is a lady. So what's the best way to date?
Wow.
I asked that lady because I thank that lady very much. I like the conversation. I like it.
Thank you, Pauline. We appreciate
God
it.
Bless. I asked the lady to answer me.
Okay, asante sana. All right, Joanne, kazi kwako. What is the best way to date online? I suppose this is, you know, about the red flags. Right.
Before I go to the red flags, I would say if you want to, the more serious you get with people before you even over-engage emotionally, because that is one of the mistakes that people make, especially the ladies.
Yes.
You over-invest emotionally too soon. Just because the conversation is flowing, you're already in love until the third, the fourth day. If you don't converse, you feel in a certain type of way. That is over-investing too soon.
Wow, good point.
Yes. If you intend to take it higher, then continue from conversations to video calls.
Right.
see who you're talking to. And even in video calls, you know, there's a way we can present and it doesn't look as real as possible. But you can go a notch higher and meet in person like Pete said. So it has to be gradual, and as you move gradually, make sure that you are not over-investing emotionally.
Right.
And number two, know that the person, the way they are presenting can be them or not. So have an open mind such that if this person is not the person I'm going to meet in real life, it's still okay.
It's okay.
But some of us have already given ourselves away too much.
You're like, how could you do this to me?
You see? And you didn't meet even the person. So when you meet the person and they're not the ones that you were thinking they were, then you'll be glad. It's like, okay, now it's clear. And that's fine as well.
Okay, okay. And let me just build on that point, because Pete, you know, really want to talk about the aspect, even in dating generally, that women tend to over-invest. And how should we think like a man but act like a lady, you know? Because it's important. Ask me why it's important. Because it safeguards your heart, doesn't it?
Accept the fact that we are made differently. Yeah? Women make all their decisions based on feelings. So as soon as they go in online dating or in real life dating, you invest with feelings. We are looking for facts.
Oh, okay.
We are fact-oriented. When you ever get married and you want to buy a car, don't take your wife with you. Because the only thing she will bring is the color. And you want a black one, and that kind of engine, and that kind. For her, all cars have 4 wheels and a steering wheel and a spare wheel. That's, the color is important.
That's all we need to know.
It's about the feelings.
It's about the feeling,
As soon as you go into a dating situation, it's very dangerous to protect your feelings. That's what you bring into it. And it might hurt.
It might hurt.
And you know, after that, when it doesn't work, the ladies have the heartbreak, and the men go to the next person, the next flower. That's how they're wired. That's how we are,
Okay.
Can I add to a lady's voice here?
Yes.
Because I
Very
feel like we've been
we can
reduced
take a break.
to emotions. All right. So yes, as much as we are we are more aware of our emotions. Actually, ladies are more aware of their emotions, or they are more emotional than men. We are in touch with our emotions, and we are allowed to express, even through culture and how we were raised. And therefore, when we are not just emotional beings, we are still beings who can build our ability to think through and see facts. Just like men. So the question to ask is, are we building our capacity to think, or do we only want to engage one part of us which is emotional? If we agreed to engage the thinking part and the emotional part, then we will be able to create a balance.
Hold that thought right there. I love it. We are taking a break on such a powerful point right there. Are you engaging the emotional part and the thinking? All right, it's all about online dating and its effects. We're going to be talking about some of the red flags that you need to look out for, including how you can go about, you know, working on that profile and building your attractiveness online, so you can actually increase your chances. There's more of that coming up, but remember, our simple question to you today is, would you take a chance by going on an online date, or at least would you take a chance on online dating, so to speak? At K24 TV is how you can reach us, and remember our WhatsApp line at the bottom of your screen. Call in, why don't you, if you've got any question for the guests today. I'm talking about Joanne Kirera as well as Dr. Pete Van Altena. We'll be back with more.